So let's go. I really hope you enjoyed the conversation. Bye. Well, if you didn't receive anything, this means you're going to be here in the main room with me. And we're going live on YouTube too. So, hello, YouTube. My name is Bruna. I am your hostess today. Welcome, YouTube, and also Spotify, because we're also live on Spotify. The audios are there. So, I'm going to be the hostess today here on TNT. Today, we're talking about pleasure. And I work here on TNT, but I'm also an English teacher. I am a hostess on Wednesdays in the morning. Today I'm replacing Anna, and I really hope we have a good and a comfortable conversation. What about you, Breno? Can you please introduce yourself for YouTube and for everybody?
All right. So I'm 30 years old, videographer and video editor. I've been working with this for about 5 years. I have a pet, which is a dog, and he's a English Bull Terrier with 10 months old, and I think that's it for now.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. What about you, Abeleni? Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning, guys. So I'm Alberlene. I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará, but I live in Salvador, Bahia. And I am 27 years old. I'm a military, and I'm learning English to improve my job, my work. And I'm staying the TNT about 1 week, and I really like the conversation. And I'm so little confident to talk in English because before that I'm very shy about my mistakes. Yeah, so that's it.
Very good. It's good to know you've been feeling comfortable here. It's good to have you here today with us. Flavio, what about you? Your turn.
Hello, guys. Good morning. My name is Flavio. I'm 21 years old, and I'm here to learn to practice my English because I need to have a good English in my job because I work in financial department and I need to have negotiations with others cultures, and I think so. So that's it.
Very good. Yes, I can imagine. Very good. Welcome to this meeting today. Hello, Monica. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Monica. I am 52 years old. I am a project manager and I am here at TNT since February in this year. And I'm here to improve my English to get the best opportunity in my career and to connect people. I don't know if you believe, but that is to be here in TNT is a safe place to practice the English. I love to be here, Bru.
Yes, thank you, Monica. Yes, that's what I said in the beginning of this meeting. I was telling the guys, this is Anna's meeting, so usually we talk about sex here, but if you at any time feel uncomfortable or feel disrespected, please just send me a message, okay, or tell me something here in the chat. Then I can help you somehow, okay? What about you, Fern? Good morning. Can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone, guys. Living in Rio de Janeiro.
I'm sorry, Fern, your audio is a bit low. I can't hear you pretty well.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Fern, we can't hear you. I don't know what's happening, but the audio is too low. I don't know. If can you speak closer to the mic or try to fix it somehow?
Hello, guys.
Yes,
Can you
much
hear
better.
now?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. My name is Fê. I lived in state of Rio de Janeiro, small town called Friburgo. I'm public work. I work for Federal Court of Jersey. I love so much this place because I can develop a lot my English. Is this?
Very good. I think everyone has introduced themselves, right? I didn't skip anyone. So I think we can start. Well, let's start from the first question. So the first question is, do you think men and women have the same concept of pleasure? How do you define pleasure? Breno, can you start, please? Okay. Breno said he needed to go, so I will call someone else. No problem. Flavio, your turn then. It's okay. What do you think?
Well, how can I start? I'm 21 years old, and I don't have experience about this theme because I'm a fiance and I'm a Christian, and I don't have experience about this, but I will try. Uh, I think, um, just a moment. I think men and women have this don't have the same concept of pleasure because we are two two different person, and women have same concept about pleasure. Uh, and the men have others has others same concept of pleasure, but I think if the how can I say this, if the uh if I understand what is pleasure for my how can I say parceira,
Partner, your partner.
partner. I can give pleasure for to him.
Mhm.
I think that.
Very good. No, you said something awesome, like if you talk and if you understand what your partner likes, that's perfect. I totally agree with you. And it's okay that you don't have a lot of experience, no problem at all. Okay. It's all good. I'm glad you're trying, and you're doing it. Guys, let me just ask you something. If you can, please be with your cameras open. This is really important for us, okay? So if you can't, it's okay. It's not mandatory, but if you have the chance, please do it. Thank you so much, Flavio, for sharing. Let's hear from Monica. What do you think, Monica?
I think that the man and woman don't have the same concept of pleasure because they are different. The composition of your body, your mental, your, I don't know, or hormones. I don't know how can I say hormones are different, and I think that is the reason that make the difference between the sex of the persons, né? The gender of and I don't know sex, but the gender of the person. And the concept of the pleasure for me is something like plenitude. I don't know exactly how can I say plenitude in English, but it involves mental, body, and everything that complete both of them, not only one. Okay.
Very good. Very good. You liked it. It's like trying to find a balance, right? But for plenitude, you can say fullness. Fullness. Very good. Thank you so much. And I agree with you. I think men usually start thinking of having pleasure too young, society, and it's common for men to talk about it and to experience pleasure too early, and women usually can't, or need to wait, or I don't know, like people usually say it's too soon, and for men it seems it's normal. So from my point of view, I think it's not the same, because men learn about it too early, and but I think pleasure is about feeling, enjoying the moment, and the things you are experiencing. For me, this is what pleasure is. What about you, Aberleni? What do you think? How do you define? Do you think the concept is the same?
Yeah, I agree. Monica, yeah, because the man and the woman was different about that physiological, and I think the most important it's about the culture. Yeah. How can you Bruna? You said Bruna. The man, there are many. It's a motivated to enjoy in the sexual education or sexual experience very early, and sometimes for the woman, the girl, it's like I don't know, the taboo, or there are many lockets. I'm not explaining, but I think is that the man, there are other, it's a different interface about the man and the woman when talk about the sex education.
Okay, I totally got you. It's all good. Yes, I agree with you. As you said, men are incentivized of know more about it, right? It's complicated. Nathaniel, what about you? What do you think about it?
So I agree with most of you. I think for men and women are different. I think for men it's easier than for women, and because boys is encouraged to know about it, the sex, to know about their body, they are encouraged to masturbation or start having sex early, and for girls it's like something bad, something wrong. They have to wait until they have marriage, so they grow up and don't know how pleasure works for themselves.
Yes, that's it. I agree with you. What do you think, Fern?
So very complicated to talk about this topic because I'm a man. Uh, what what do you think? Why I think about what the conception about the pleasure the women have? I don't know. I can say for me, this man, but for me it's so very complicated because the topic is so very subjective about each gender, uh, uh, about the conception about the pleasure, sexual pleasure. For me, it's so very complicated because you have feedback come from the woman, its partner, but uh, how the how is the conception about the sex the woman? I don't know.
Great point, Fern. You brought a great point. So I'm gonna skip to number 10 now that everybody answered. Not 10, sorry, number 9. How can we learn what is pleasurable for us in sex, and how can we learn what is pleasurable for the other people? How to talk about it. I want to know from you, Monica, what do you think? From us and from the
I
partner.
think that this learning is a moment that you need to describe together. It's not the same with the same person. I think that's a part of the relationship that you must describe together, and it's not the same with your relationship in the past. People are different, and I think that is necessary. I don't know, but it is necessary, like to build on a life together. I don't know exactly, like what have to build some material things. You have to construct, to build this kind of thing. Do you understand me? It's the same.
Yes,
It's a
I got you.
construction. You construction, like when you blind you are blind and try to touch on something, and use, if you do something that the feedback is good, okay, you are in the right way. If you don't, you change the way of do something. I don't know if you understand me, but I try to express myself.
I got you. It's totally clear. Yes, I totally agree with you. And it was really nice what you said about building it, and of having different experiences with different people. It may be different because we are different, right? And when you have the chance to know other people, you're gonna experience like different things, and it's not gonna be the same way for everybody. Very good. Abelene, you are like nodding, so what do you think about it?
It's about the question 9, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I believe like Monica. I think the most important it's a contradictory, but it's necessary to communication, the communication, and not necessary talking with us, but noted or realized about the signals, the other people. Yeah, first the other people need to want to build with us, but I think that it's important the confidence about the other people, and just to enjoy the moment, and the communication. It's not necessary talking with the other people, but it's necessary too. I think it's
Very good. You said something about being comfortable, right? I think this helps a lot, right? Like when you are comfortable with the other person, even if you don't want to say it, maybe through gestures or through like body language, you can express what you want, right? Or what you don't want to. Fern, your turn. I chose this question because of your answer. So, how do you do it? How can we learn what is pleasurable for us and for our partners? What do you think?
Sorry,
It's you, Fern.
uh,
Question number 9. How can we learn what is pleasurable for us and
okay,
for the partner?
okay. It depends on the feedback. It depends on the how the partners have a good open mind, because it's the line you need to develop together with the another partner. It's feedback, it's intimacy about the relationship. People should talk about all the good situation is this. It depends on the intimacy the partners. Okay, I think this feedback is so very important, no? Because that the thing you do in two person, no? The person should be talk about the feedback, no? About the situation.
Yes, that's true. And that's why we need to be with someone we trust, right? Because sometimes we can feel uncomfortable. I am talking from my point of view, like if I am not comfortable with the person, um, I won't be able to say what I like or like what I don't like. So for me, learning about it is about being comfortable with the other person. Flavio, what do you think?
Well, uh, I agree with everyone said and I think it's that it because in first point we need to know our partner, because don't we because because we if we don't know our partner, we can't know, we don't know how can I say this, we can't know what is good to him or her. And I think and we have time with our partners, we will know what is good, and I think that's it.
Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree with you. Talking, getting to know, this helps a lot. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing, Flavio. Nathaniel, what do you think? Do you agree with the guys?
Yes, I think first of all, we have to know ourselves, truly know what works for us, what's good for us, what's not good. And after having an honest conversation with our partner to say what is good or not, we don't like, what is good for the other person, what they don't like. So have a better relationship, a better experience.
Very good. No, you said something really important, getting to know ourselves, and this moment can be complicated because for example, as we were talking with Alberlene, men are incentivized or like motivated to get to know their bodies too early, and we as women, we, we are not, so like sometimes we don't know what we like because we haven't tried. We didn't have this experience, right? It's but it is a process to understand what we like. I totally agree with you.
I'd like to give you a tip.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know if you know the Bridgerton
Bridgerton,
series.
the series.
Yes, the first season talks too much about the something like pressure, when the woman could is prohibited to woman to know about the pleasure, and I think it's a good idea to understand something about the woman pleasure.
Thanks for sharing. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is a show on Netflix too called Os Fundamentos do Prazer, something like this, and it talks about it too. So it can be a good idea to watch it and to understand this behavior. No, just like Monica said, women are not incentivized to do it. We need to learn more about the things we like to, right? Not just please men. Guys, I will skip to number 5 now. So let's talk about pornography. Do you think pornography affect pleasure? If so, how does it work? So I'm gonna start with you now, Nathaniel. What do you think?
Yes, I think they affect how people think are the reality. So men sometimes think what is going on the film, in the movie, is what the women like, is what the women behaviors, and sometimes it's not. All the time is not the reality. It's very different, and sometimes women think they have to hours have our organs, or I don't know if it's the same in English, but I squirt. It's many people, many women don't get it. So I sorry, it's my my baby. So I think it affects in a bad way.
Yes, you said something nice, like it doesn't happen with everybody, right? This type of orgasm, but if you watch porn, you'll see that many women there are doing it just like you said, and like, gosh, it doesn't happen, in real
And
life.
it's not real. They are saying they put some liquid. So to
Really?
yes, I saw in a documentary. It's not
Yeah.
real.
See it like, it is, and they are actors, right? But I think when we don't understand about the industry, we think this is real life, and then we, like, many
Get
YouTubers try to.
frustrated because you can't
Yes,
have this.
yes, that's it. That's good point. Flavio, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, let's go. I think yes, because when when you are watching the porn, uh, we you are watching uh, some one thing no. O, ah, esqueci uma coisa. Uh,
Something, something
something don't how can I say existe?
doesn't exist. Something that
Don't
doesn't exist.
yes. And when you will have a relation with your partner, you will think in this film or scene. Do you set so in other moment, and we will live a thing, and will we will live a thing uh, um, não existe.
That doesn't exist, right? Something that
Yes,
doesn't exist. Yeah.
yes, and you can be deception. You can have a deception with your relation with your partner. I think.
Great point. Very good. I agree with you. I agree totally. You brought a great point. What do you think about it, Fern?
Yeah, I think affect a lot, no? The pleasure. Because if the people pursue pornography, it's losing what the sense, the true sense of love. No? Because I think the sex, it's a way to make a love deep. No? When you start watching some pornography, it will make like this pornography in the relationship for me it's a bad thing, because I took advantage of the relationship about sexuality for you make a love. For me, make love it's so very important. Sex is so just a way to get a good pleasure in the when you make a love. When you start do something, you don't existing in reality in real life. It's like the people have the don't have mental health. I think like this.
Yes, and I saw something that I was reading an article once talking about if you keep watching porn for a long time, then your brain is going to understand that you can only feel pleasure when you're watching it, and then when you are having sex, you can't feel pleasure because your brain is going to relate pleasure to pornography, so that when you are in the relationship, it may takes more time for you to reach pleasure and to reach an orgasm. So this can,
Exactly, the people get to like sexaholic.
yeah,
Exist the exist the
yeah,
word sexaholic.
probably. Or let's check. We can check. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks. Yes, you brought a great point too. What do you think about it, Monica?
I think that this can lead you to a false perception of the reality. I think that, or I guess that it works a lot for people who believe that organs is more important than pleasure. It's my opinion, Bru.
That the organ is more important than feeling pleasure.
Okay?
I got you totally. And I see your point, just like Nataliele was saying, many of these videos are focused on the man's pleasure, right? Are focused
Yes.
on man and just man, um, um,
I,
just man.
I, I asked you for you if pleasure is an important thing for a man. And sometimes the men use this kind of strategic or tactic, I don't know, only to have a physical sensation, and it's take 1 minute and less, more minute. It's okay for him. And it's okay. It's okay for him, or for him, or for them. Okay for them.
Yeah.
I think that everyone in the world is free for feel what they want to feel, but it's not works. It isn't work when we are talking about a relation, a relationship for a partner. And I think that it is the reason of the difficulties that the men find when try to bring for the reality. And we have to this to experience, I don't know, experience this moment. They don't know what can they do with the partner, because they only live in an unrealistic world. Okay, and that's all. I will be
Yes.
quiet.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Alberleni left, but I liked your answer, and I totally agree. It's not easy at all. Well, you were talking about physical. Let me see what question I can ask here. Do you consider pleasure part of your quality of life? And then I think in this question, we can talk about other types of pleasure too, right? Pleasures, we don't have pleasure just in sex, right? We have pleasure in other areas of our lives. So is this part of your quality of life? Flavio, can you start, please?
I can. We are talking about pleasure and others areas
Yes,
or in the sexual.
in this one, we can talk about all of them, okay? Like not just in sex. It's okay.
Yes, I think yes, because I think in our life we are we will have some moments, difficult moments and good moments. But but we need to have pleasure in our life, because is part in our life too. And we have pleasure in our job and in our marriage, and with how can I say comigo mesmo?
With myself.
Yes, with myself, because if we don't have pleasure pleasure with myself, I I don't know. And I think that but yes, yeah, I think we need to have pleasure in some areas in our life. It's necessary.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. Totally agree with you. Nathaniel, what do you think? You can talk about sex, pleasure, or other ones. It's all good.
Yes, I think it's very important for our mental health. We going out of pandemic. We live in Brazil. It's very difficult to live here, so I think we have to try to have pleasure in small things too, like take out a break and have a time for you, watch a series, read a book, play with your kids or your dog. Small things is very important to have pleasure and get your mental health well.
Very good. Totally agree with you. Yes, and it's not being easy living here, but we're doing it. Let me call Berleni because I think she got disconnected. So, Berleni, now we are entering question number 8. But if you want to answer the other one that you couldn't, go ahead. The other one was about pornography, right? And if it can affect
Yeah,
pleasure. What do you think?
yeah, I'm sending a message for you because my connection is not so good. So sometimes it's frozen the audio or the video. But talking about the porn, I don't have problem with porn. The big problem for me, in my opinion, it's when the type of the videos or the porn in general, the it's when the young man or the girl saw that and think it's a real, and it's not real, it's a fiction. And I think because in this, when it's show very people, it's the people created the expectation expectation about that, and it's not real. Yeah. And sometimes the folks, I think in Brazil, about the culture, the folks, it's just man pleasures, so that's a problem. And the other day I saw the video, it's a religious man talking about the porn, and the talk just talk, and the woman, and it's not to lounge in the real life, but with the man give money for the woman, it's incredible, but it's like that. Yeah. um, it's very incredible. But I'm not remember the second question. Can you repeat,
Okay,
please,
of
the other
course.
question?
Of course. Do you consider pleasure part of your quality of life?
Yeah, it's the pleasure, it's a part of the life.
Yeah, if you think it's the part of the quality of life for you. Quality of life.
I understand about the part, your life. Yeah, it's
Yes,
that's
part of
it. Yeah,
yes, part of quality of life.
yeah. I think it's important. Yeah, I think it's a part because it's I think it's a part of your lifestyle. It's like what you believe that, or I think it's important because we need to enjoy in the pleasure. It's necessary for the physiological. Yeah, it's emotional too. I think it's important. It's a part.
Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, thank you so much for answering. I agree with you. Monica, your turn, girl. Go ahead.
I consider pleasure part of my quality of life. And I think that our minds needs these necessities. It's very important because we need to build pleasure moments for having a healthy life. Sometimes there is something like Johari, I don't know, but we have in our minds some, I don't know, some janelas, Bruna, some
It's like some space or some gaps. Gaps?
São janelas mesmo. How can I say
Windows.
janelas?
Windows.
Yes, we have some windows in our minds, and these windows record memories, and we need to have pleasure moments to register in our minds, because when we have a bad situation, or you have to catch their moments to be good with yourself. And if you don't have a pleasure moments, you will catch bad moments, and it's not good for you, for your mental health. I don't know if I can express because I know very much about it in Portuguese, but I'm trying to translate or express myself. I think
got
that's
you.
completely necessary for us have pleasure moments. And I'm talking about read a book, jogging at the beach, surf, go to the beach, and another pleasure, something that you consider that is a pleasure for you, not a pleasure for me. Okay?
Very good. Definitely. Just like Flavio said. Go ahead, Flavio.
Yes. How can I say prazer and how can I say esperança?
Bring
Yeah.
hope. Bring
Bring
hope.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a Christian, and in the Bible have a text, and when Paulo, Apostle Paulo, say, I want to bring everything. I want bring everything. Have me hope when I have a difficult moment. That's
Yes,
it.
and I am completely crazy about Paulo. Paulo is the most important person in this history of the world. I think
Yes.
that what he said is totally important. And when you only have to the opportunity of doing it when you have a difficult moment, I think that is the this kind of thing. You can bring hope for your life, and you have to record or to I don't know, but to remember about these things to bring hope for your life. I think it's most important. I love Paulo. Okay, I'm
I love
completely
it
in
too.
love. I am completely in love.
I
That's
love it
good.
too. And I agree because we don't have just good moments in our life, and
Yeah.
we will have bad moments too. But we bring good moments in our mind. We can be better.
It will help
Definitely.
you. And
Yeah.
I will say to you that I'm not a Christian, okay? But I love persons. I don't know how can I say person who like Gandhi, or like a public person that brings for us good things. Okay, it's not
No,
about
no
the
problem.
religion, it's about the person, the personality of
Yes,
the guy. Okay.
Guys,
no problem.
I just want to say, I just want to ask Farney the last question, and then I will bring the guys back. Thank you so much for sharing. I loved this talk, about hope and everything, and I think it is really important. I totally agree with you that life is not just about having pleasure or like pleasurable moments, but it's good when we have them, and it's really important to have hope and to have these moments, right? What do you think, Fern, about it? Is it part of your quality of life, sexual, or
Yeah,
what other type of pleasures?
yeah. I sometimes I wonder uh, how would it be the life without pleasure? Né? I have pleasure for breath, eat, run, swim. All my life, I looking for pleasure all the time. It's I think the life it's a good gift from the God. Né? You need to pursue the pleasure all the time, né? Because it makes sense for human being have a pleasure in your life. Né? Life, it's amazing thing you have. Né? Just you have your life. Né? You need to bring the pleasure for how your life now all the time. When I meet a new impressed person, when I make a new friend, when I speak English, oh, my life it's I pursue all the time the pleasure. When I read when I read the good book, I love it.
Very good, very good. Totally agree with you. The guys are back. Let's check how the conversation was in the breakout room. Ale, how was the conversation? Did you like it? Share with us.
The session is very good. These people is so good to talk with them. I could share my experience. I have a lot of experience in this subject. Okay, it's a joke. Okay, but that was so good for the.
I'm
Thank you
glad
for the.
No problem at all. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna ask Charles one of the questions here. We couldn't answer all the questions, so I will ask you the ones we couldn't talk. Okay. I want to know from you question number 2. Do you think orgasm and pleasure are the same thing? How are they different? Your microphone is off, Charles.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't think it's the same. Like I said in the private room, pressure it's involve more things than sex, and I think sex it's only a small part of the pressure. But I think it's a small and important part of the pressure for everyone.
Very good. Thank you
Right.
so much. Yes, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much. And then I'm gonna ask Anna, number 3. Anna, talking because Charlie said this is not the most important thing. So I want to know from you how important is having an orgasm. Like, do you think it's more than just feeling good? I think Anna froze. Oh, okay. So I'll call Yas. Yas, can you answer this one? What do you think?
Yes, but like I think sometimes to have an orgasm is not so important, you know. You need to feel good. You need to feel that is the right thing. That you are doing something really good for you. So maybe orgasm is just a little part of this feeling.
Very good. Guys, I sent the link to the survey here in the chat. So please share with us your thoughts on this topic if you liked the conversation. I also sent the link to our YouTube channel. If you want to have access to the classes, you can go to talkandtalk.com.br. I will also send the link here to our website. We have classes for beginners and intermediate, and also don't forget, if you are part of the plan, you have access to the questions previously, and this is the website if you want to have access to it. It's not clickable. Gosh, let's see this way. And I want now that Anna is back, Anna, can you share with us your answer? What do you think?
Yeah, sorry guys, my internet was a little with ups and downs and in the exact moment that you have asked me. So yeah, I will go with yes, just said, and we talked about it in the private room, the breakout room, and that is this orgasm is just a small part, of this joy that you feel, right? The most important thing is that you feel comfortable about what you're doing, right?
Very good, very good. Guys, I think that's it. Let me stop recording.